Hi, I'm Rose Mims with Arkansas Right to Life. The 2019 recently revealed induced abortion statistics for Arkansas show that we have a dramatic decrease in the number of abortions here in Arkansas, the lowest in 43 years. However, numbers tell a story, and while we celebrate the fact that fewer women are choosing abortion in Arkansas, the 2,963 women who did choose abortion is a tragedy in itself. And I want to just take a look inside the numbers to tell you a little bit about who is having abortions in Arkansas. We do know that largely unmarried women, over 2,500 of those abortions were unmarried women. The largest age group is 20 to 29 years of age. So, but they're not the only age group that's having abortions. We also know that 13 minors got a judicial bypass to have an abortion. That's without a parental knowledge or consent. And I worry about those teenagers because I know that that type of decision, and we know it's probably a surgical abortion, has long-lasting consequences on the life of that child. And while it may not ruin her life, it certainly could wreck her life for many, many years. And so we're going to work on legislation this next session that would possibly appoint an advocate for that woman, for that girl and her unborn child to appear before that judge with her, just to show that, it's not just the abortion clinic taking her to that judge, that we want for him to know that, or her, that abortion has consequences, and we want to protect that girl and her child from the life and death decision of abortion. There were a really startling increase in the number of medication abortions in Arkansas. We know that we have one sole provider, Planned Parenthood, that performs these chemical abortions with using RU-486, and those abortions now are a large part of the number of abortions in Arkansas, 40%. That's way up from last year. And we're going to continue to see this increase because that is the go-to abortion method. They market it as being more natural, like a miscarriage. The woman goes in, she takes the first pill, that's the pill that kills her baby. Then she's given that second pill to go home and take that abortion pill to expel the dead baby of her body 72 hours later. Now, the good news for that type of abortion, it's unheard of actually, but it's the truth. A woman can reverse that abortion, and they have in Arkansas. They've taken advantage of the toll-free hotline of abortion pill reversal and gotten medical treatment with progesterone, a natural hormone, to try to save the pregnancy, and many pregnancies have been saved after a woman has initiated that chemical abortion procedure. So we need to do a better job of getting that information to women that, after she takes that pill, if she changes her mind, it might be possible to save her baby. And so we're going to be increasing our efforts to do that, an educational campaign. We've already got a law that says that women have to be given that information when they choose a chemical abortion, but we want to go a step further and to put it on billboards and in signs and bumper stickers to let women know that, if they change their mind, there's a chance that they can save their pregnancy. Another statistic is the rate of black abortions. That's the largest number of women of all color, actually, that had abortions in Arkansas. Why are these women of color being targeted sometimes for abortions that they may not even want? So we want to make sure that they get the information and the help that they need. And another loving option instead of abortion is adoption. And we know that in 2019, 2,963 babies were killed by abortion in Arkansas, and those are 2,963 babies that weren't available for adoption. And we have many women that come from out of state to have an abortion. I think it was a few more this year, probably because of the pandemic when abortions were uh, restricted in a number of our surrounding states, but yet those women came to Arkansas because the abortion clinic here in Arkansas was not following the directive that the governor had set that said no surgical procedures, no elective surgical procedures. And, you know, if you followed that story, you found out that the governor had to force the abortion clinic to stop doing abortions during the pandemic because women from out of states that were having a high number of virus cases and deaths, were coming to Arkansas to have abortions. So, you know, that is a something that happens more than people know. You know, you would think after almost 50 years of legal abortion that women would not want the secrecy of abortion, but they still do. You have to think why. Why? If it's a right, why if people march down the street for the right of women to kill their unborn child, you know, why do women still seek secrecy by going to another state? Is it to evade maybe state laws in their own state that restrict abortion in some way? Arkansas is the second most pro-life state in the country, so we have lots of laws that protect unborn babies and their mothers from this life and death decision of abortion. But yet, women still do go to another state, so they won't be seen, that they won't be found out. And one of the other very troubling statistics that came out in these new numbers, and it's not a new one, it's an old story actually, that more and more women are having repeat abortions. You know, more women, I think it was like 40% of the women that were reporting, or that were showing up for abortions, were reporting that this was their second or more abortions. You know, they stopped counting at 4 in the report. So it's really a tragedy that women would use abortion as a birth control method, but that is what is happening. And that was never the intention of Roe v. Wade when it was passed. The American public were never told the truth about what the Roe v. Wade decision actually did, and that was to give us abortion on demand for any reason at any time during the pregnancy up to 9 months. You know, people don't understand that. They say that that's not true. It is true. Yes, in Arkansas we have passed laws that limit abortion up to 20 weeks when the baby can feel pain. But many states that's not the case. I mean, you can have abortions at any time during the pregnancy. And in some states like New York and Virginia, they want to say that even after the baby's born, if the baby was, you know, if you don't want the baby, we'll just let it die. That's infanticide. So, you know, the numbers are not just numbers, they're babies. And it's hard when you think about that. When I first came to work for Arkansas Right to Life and I was typing in the figures of these numbers that we get from the health department every year, I would just be in tears because they weren't numbers to me. They were babies whose lives were taken because their mother felt like she had no other choice. And that, again, is a tragedy about the abortion decision, is that so many of these women who choose abortion don't want it in the first place, but they feel trapped. They feel like they don't have another choice. And thankfully, we have crisis pregnancy centers in Arkansas who offer hope and help for any woman who is in a pregnancy situation, a crisis, that she needs help with. And you know, it's not just a free ultrasound or a free pregnancy test. They offer a walk with these mothers that are in need, you know, throughout the pregnancy and after the pregnancy. They help her to make a good choice for her and her baby. You know, it doesn't have to be a death sentence for her child. It can be life, and it can be adoption, it can be parenting. You know, many times these women just need support, and that's what the pro-life movement gives them. We don't charge anybody any money even after the abortion decision, if a woman wants to get help for that decision that she made, there's free help available through many different kinds of pro-life after abortion ministries that will help the woman. So, the numbers are what they are, and Arkansas Right to Life continues to work to make the abortion decision unthinkable, to give women resources, to pass laws to protect the babies that we can, and to protect their mothers and their fathers. Um, there are other options, and you don't have to have an abortion. But we need people that believe that life is human and sacred, and that the unborn child deserves protection. We need those people to help us and to join Arkansas Right to Life. Follow us on Facebook. When you see a post that moves you, share it with others. And follow us on Twitter and retweet our tweets. All that helps to get the word out. And Arkansas Right to Life will continue to work until abortion is no more, and to the need for abortion is no more. And we are dedicated. Need your help. Hope you'll help us. Every number tells a story, and behind every number is a child and a mother.